Two tools. Two tools. Two tools. No clue!
Hey everyone, welcome to the Two Tools No Clue podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jeidan. And today we're going to talk about cover crops. What do they cover? We have no idea.
But first, what's going on around the homestead? Well, for anyone watching our podcast, there's kind of an elephant in the room.
Cue to the zoom in on Anna's eye.
So, for those just listening, I have a pretty big shiner on one of my eyes, thanks to Stevie.
Yeah, don't worry. The criminal is not at large. You are safe in your community. The criminal lives in our home, has 4 legs, and a really sad face right
Oh
now.
my gosh, she felt so bad.
Stevie, come here.
I was trying to get our cat Jam out from under the bed, and I bent down as Stevie was jumping up onto the bed, and our heads just collided. And the same thing happened to Jay when we were
Ridiculous.
living in our
Yeah.
apartment, and he needed to get stitches. So
Yeah.
I was immediately concerned, and he had literally just left. And I was holding my head, and I took my hand away, and I was like, oh, good. Trigger warning for blood. I was like, oh, good, no blood. I go into the bathroom. There is blood pouring down my face, pooling into my eye. I was like, where is my phone? I'm like dripping blood everywhere trying to find my phone. Finally find it. Able to call Jay. He comes back, helps me clean it up. Just a mess. It doesn't hurt anymore now. I think I got a little bit of a concussion. I
Yeah,
honestly
you definitely have a concussion.
was a little bit worried about Stevie too, because our head
This is the
knocked.
second time she has literally done this.
Yeah.
And it was like centimeters from her eyebrow bone, and that's where Stevie got me. And if she had got her
Literally
there, because there is a good
right
notch,
there.
but it like instantly bruised. I felt so bad having to go back to work. I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, he was like, "Do you want me to stay?" I was like, "No, you can go."
But she's been real trooper about it. But yeah, Stevie's looking sad.
She felt so bad, I could tell.
She always instantly does. She has a cone head. It's not her fault.
Apparently, the smarter the dog, the sharper the cone, and unfortunately, she's smart.
It's sharp. Yeah, but
on a lighter note, I got a new job, you guys.
yes, I'm very proud of you. I'm really excited for you. It's something that is, more towards passion and not just paying the bills. So
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna
really
be
excited for you.
working with animals, working in the community. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. I can't wait to see what you do with that.
Yeah. No longer
Very,
in a
very
windowless
excited to see it.
room.
Yeah.
But
No fans,
yeah.
no sunlight. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's been going on around the homestead. We're getting ready to pluck up some garlic soon, so that's exciting. Our cherry tomatoes and tomatoes are starting to flower in our little tomato greenhouse, so that's exciting as well. But yeah, so I guess let's get into it.
Get into the crops.
So, what are cover crops? I found this very simple explanation on cover cropping 101 on gardenerspath.com. Had a lot of cool actual other side articles, and always gets really frustrated with me about how slow I am at producing notes, but it's because I have ADHD and I end up like learning all these other random things that don't end up in my notes. But yeah, so take it
Honestly, just put them in there. Just put them in there.
Yeah, I probably should it, but they have nothing to do with this. Just like it's like little click on things, and you're like, ooh, it's a whole other episode probably.
Yeah.
But I'm learning a lot. So anyway, cover crops are usually planted between harvests or for winter coverage. They are temporary plants that provide nutrients for your soil and your cash crops. The term refers to their use as a placeholder in empty/post harvest beds. A lot of people.
Sorry. Just question. Is this specifically for farming and gardening, or is this for like your lawn too?
I'm gonna go into both
Okay. I just
because
wanted
it
to make
pertains
sure.
to us. So like what I kind of looked up today um was more like we need to know what we should be doing going forward for the different aspects in our garden. So we are going to touch base with that, but like the cover crop definition, I think it's more towards like farming,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know,
That's what it sounded
like
like. So I just wanted to
yeah, like
check it.
covering that space in between for, you know, protecting the soil, but we'll get into that part. Okay. So, cover crops don't just help your veggies grow better in the next harvest, they could help us save the planet.
Ooh.
Shocking, I know we're talking about this again. I'm sure you guys have all heard me yell about, this countless times
Oh
already.
yeah.
The
That's right.
soil.
You were given 3 weeks, folks. Here we are.
Here we
We're
are.
back.
I'm back. The soil is dying because of how we farm on a large scale. If you haven't heard me rant yet, buckle up. This is an extended edition. Not so fun fact. Every year we till our soil is another year we're taking from the earth, from us, people, from us. Nobody else, nobody cares. The aliens aren't coming. They don't like us because we're already destroying everything. We're taking it from us and no
Yeah.
one else. So, in 2014, at a United Nations conference, it was claimed that soil degeneration was proceeding at such a rate that the world may only have 60 harvests left.
Oh my God. I remember watching a documentary that said that, and I just spit that fact out at random times.
Me
I'm like,
too.
we only have
It's
60 years
horrible.
left.
And you know what? It's not 60 years. That was in 2014, folks.
Stop it.
So,
Ah,
nothing that.
this is gonna be a hard episode.
Honestly, yeah, it is. Okay. So, sorry. Like I said, buckle up. Anyway, noting that it takes 1,000 years to produce 3 inches of topsoil naturally on our earth
Oh my God.
if we're doing it correctly. We need to be thinking about this more.
And
I read
how
an
much?
article.
Sorry, do you know how much we lose just in a frame of time because it's
I
not
have percents
healthy?
of the land that have degraded. I don't have inches in
Oh,
my
okay.
next.
That's
I pulled some
scary.
information from this article I read. Okay. So I read an article from BBC, and this was actually done in 2024. It was honestly, we kind of touched on it last time with your episode. Like I was shocked that I found something from 2024
Yeah.
because
It's always a
it is
nice
hard.
surprise. It's
And
like
scary though.
2015, 2013, like that
Yeah.
era is where the articles are usually from.
Yeah, we had the funds, folks. Anyway, so I read an article from BBC in 2024 called "The UN Food Chief: Porous Areas Have Zero Harvests Left." Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, what?
The article is called "UN Food Chief." It's a quote of his. And I hate how BBC does their articles. UN Food Chief: porous areas have zero harvests left. Like that was his
Oh
announcement.
my God.
So it sounds the alarm on the statement, and it is terrifying relevance today. This is a quote from it. The Global Environment Facility estimates that 95% of the world's land could become degraded by 2050. That is 24 years away. Even more alarming, the United Nations claims that 40% already is degraded. So no big deal, right? It's just degraded. Anna's degrading in her chair right now for anyone that is just listening. Well, what does that really mean? In the article, BBC interview with Martin Frick. He's the director of the World Food Programme's Global Office on its effects currently. Here is an excerpt from that article. Quote, some of the most deprived areas had now reached a tipping point of having zero harvests left. As extreme weather was pushing already degraded land beyond use, he said that as a result, parts of Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America were now dependent on humanitarian aid. Mr. Frick warned that without efforts to reverse land degradation globally, richer countries would also begin to suffer crop failures. When soil degrades, the organic matter that binds it different dies off. This means that it is less able to support plant life, reducing crop yields, and absorb carbon from the atmosphere. Soil is the second largest carbon sink after the oceans and is recognized by the UN as a key tool for mitigating climate change. There's too much carbon in the air and too little carbon in the soils, Mr. Frick said. With every inch of soil that you're growing, you're removing enormous amounts of carbon out of the atmosphere. Later in the article, he said, as a father of three, he was not a fan of doomsday scenarios, but admitted that we are seeing is most worrying. He argued he argued such an eventuality could be avoided by moving towards localized farming that seeks to reinvigorate the land. Later, he referenced a WFP project in Niger that is an example of this. Local women had created micro dams in arid land to slow the movement of water. Then they used dung and straw to create a basin in which trees could be planted. The trees created shade from the sun, allowing the women to grow fruit and vegetables. Suddenly, with a space of 3 to 5 years, the place that was really a desert comes back as agricultural production land without artificial irrigation.
So there's hope.
Yeah, if you just put your
Put your women to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So he then said they don't have to worry about inflation because they can substitute what they would need to buy otherwise in their own gardens, and a community garden in Bristol can do exactly the same thing, or even in every town or village across the world. Farmers markets, people, we could already
Yeah.
be doing these things. So, if saving the world doesn't have you already convinced on cover crops, there are way more reasons that they benefit your garden. Can you think of any, Anna? Before I
Living
list?
mulch.
That's a good one.
Just like nutrients, like you mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
Pollinators.
Yep.
I'm good at 3.
Okay, yeah, no, those are great. Those are great. So it does catch and cycle nutrients like very well. It fixes the nitrogen as well. It smothers weeds.
Ooh.
Biofumigates most pests.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, especially for over the winter time. It loosens compact soils, which is also how it'll help build up the beds. It grows biomass and organic matter, also helping you build up your soil and beds. It provides cover for the soil surface, and it prevents erosion, which
Jeez Louise.
I think that's what I get so worked up about is like people don't understand that climate change isn't just like for the polar bears. You know what I mean? Like it equals an erosion, and then that equals like you not having land that is viable to, okay, you don't care about planting things and growing your own vegetables. What about just your land? It will literally erode from underneath you.
Yeah.
And
There
like
goes
people
your
don't
house.
understand that. I used to drive through Vermont all the time. And I feel like I rant about Vermont because I feel bad for them. You know, there's a lot of times where I can be really biased towards Vermont, but I feel bad for them
I
when
feel
it
like
comes
it's a
to
rite
like,
of passage as a New
yeah, we're
Hampshire,
from New
right?
Hampshire,
Like
okay? Like, sorry,
we're
Vermont.
sister states. We're basically the same state, just flipped the other
Yeah,
way.
like love you, but like go away. Why are
Literally,
you
we're
the
like
same shape
siblings.
as us?
It's like sibling
Yeah, but I do feel,
arguing.
yeah, I feel bad. You know, and I would drive through these towns that were lined by these rivers that they had no control over, whether it be the dam systems or just the fact that they were trapped within these valleys and there was just water coming from everywhere. And there's like this one house, and it was like sitting on the edge, and like after every winter, I would drive past this thing, and there'd be just less, I don't know, mass, I guess, and it was just like clumps coming off, and it was like sliding down into this river, and the house was just getting closer and closer, and I'm like, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
How do you fix that? You don't. I don't think you really can unless you have like millions of dollars, and these people definitely don't have
Yeah.
millions of dollars. You just leave. And hopefully you leave before something crazy happens. Like those mountain people, was that in North Carolina? Where were all those horrible floods? Virginia? Like, I just think of stuff like that, you know, like, because they're out there. Like, these people are like, there's no service. Like, there's rescue teams that go out there instead of like fire people. And I don't know, I don't know, it's scary to think about.
Yeah.
But that's also climate change. problems that will affect us a lot sooner than I think we're all kind of realizing.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. We're gonna go into like the benefits of cover crops so that Anna doesn't start crying soon because I can like see it in her face. Um, so what kinds of crops are considered beneficial cover crops and when can we plant them? The answers to those questions are dependent on a few things. I found this book called Building Soils for Better Crops. And in
Hey,
chapter 10
give it to me.
is all about cover crops. I'm gonna order it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely, give it
Yeah,
to
like
me.
a hard copy. Like I want a hard copy of this one. They had a lot of it in PDF form online, but I would like it as a hard copy. Um, so they have a set of questions to help you select which cover crops will benefit your farm or garden. So before growing cover crops, you need to ask yourself some questions. What are my goals in planting cover crops? What cover crops should I plant? When and how should I plant the cover crops? When should the cover crops be killed or incorporated into the soil? And what is my next cash crop and when should it be planted? Because you want it to line up with like kind of the yield,
Okay.
you know? So anyway, when you select a cover crop, you should consider the soil conditions, climate, and what you want to accomplish by answering these questions.
It's like a
Is
little quiz.
It is for your cover crops.
BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah. Is the main purpose to add available nitrogen to the soil or to scavenge nutrients and prevent loss from the system? Do you want your cover crops to provide large amounts of organic residue? Do you want to use the cover crop as a surface mulch or to incorporate it into the soil? Is erosion control in the late fall and early spring your primary objective? Is the soil very acidic or infertile with low availability of nutrients? And I think that's what we need to think about
Yeah.
for some of our beds. Does the soil have a compaction problem?
Yes. Our
Yep.
natural just lawn soil is so compact.
Yeah. And there are some species that will help with that. So Sudan grass, sweet clover, and oilseed.
Oilseed.
Oilseed radish, actually.
Ooh, is
And
that
they're all,
edible?
I think you can like microgreen some of this stuff. Yeah.
Ooh.
Sudan grass, no, I don't think it is.
Mm.
Larry has an opinion about cover crops. He says, yes, they are edible. He won't stop meowing.
He'll eat any plant you
Any
put in front
plant,
of him.
and then he'll throw it up
Yep.
right after. He's a gem. Sweet boy.
That's why this peace lily is in the one room he can't have
And
access to.
he still gets nibbles at it. Like, don't get me to. I saw him today. I had to open up this door earlier for something, and I had to like shoo him out, and he's sitting up here like, it's recording time. What are you talking about? Or it's podcast day. Like, no, dude, get out right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat this plant. But man, oh man.
These cats, man.
Yeah, like
And dog. Like,
same.
come on.
y-
Get it together, people.
I like also keep forgetting that you have a black eye. We went to the local creamy and just to, get a treat because we did a bunch of stuff today. And I'm like looking around smiling, and I just see this lady girl and me looking at Anna, and I'm just like, man, do I look like I
appreciate
did that? I'm just like in my overall shorts. Like, but yeah, I do appreciate her too, but I'm just like, don't assume
Yeah.
my conehead dog did that. Anyway. So it also asks which species are best for your climate. Will the climate and water holding properties of your soil cause a cover crop to use so much water that it harms the following crop? I never thought about stuff like that. Good thing they're asking these
Interesting.
questions, which is also why we need to get this book. And finally, are root diseases or plant parasitic nematodes problems that you need to address? So, after asking all these questions, I obviously just have more questions now. Like, what?
Gardening is so confusing.
So, yeah, which leads us to the next section of Cover Crops 101. The different varieties of cover crops and their benefits. Depending on what part of our homestead we're referencing is the first factor in finding the right cover crops, like I was saying earlier. We have 3 places that we at least I have 3 places. I don't know if Anna has any more, but we have 3 places that we really think about right now in terms of how we want it covered, and I think they're all kinda different, like, what they need. It's our garden beds where, like, all of our vegetables and stuff are growing, and then our front lawn, um, which is mainly, like, it's got, like, different types of grass, and I can't tell you what kinds of grass it is, but they are different, but then we also have been integrating white and red clover in there,
Yeah, and it's
and
slowly but surely
it's
creeping in.
it is beautiful. I love all in front of our well especially, I'm
Every
literally like,
year we
"Look
get a
at."
big bag of seeds and we
Yep,
just sprinkle them all
and,
over the place.
the clovers itself, like, when they grow before they start to flower, the ones from last year are a lot darker, and the ones from
Yeah,
this year are, like, a lighter
and they're
green, so it's
soft on
actually
my
yeah,
feet.
it's really, really nice, and I think it's gonna help with, like, the ant situation too. We have a lot
I
of
did see
ants.
someone on Facebook say that they have a clover lawn and they have so many bumblebees that they have, or not bumblebees, but just bees in general, that they have to be careful where they step.
Step yeah, I see them all the time hopping from one to one, I think it's super cute. Um, and then we have our pasture in the front. Our pasture when we first got here was very dead.
Yeah,
Like, it was growing grass all the way to seed and, like, naturally doing it, but it wasn't thick. It wasn't like, it was very dusty when we would
sparse.
try to, and then there's just, like, weird invasive things were growing. Um, we we had our greenhouse all the way up front when we were trying to sell starters for a bit, and when that got moved, there was just a big patch of dirt, and my best friend got married, and one of the party favors that they had were these wildflower seed packets, and her dad at the end of the night was like, "Take all of these seed packets, like,
Yeah, he
nobody's
saw
taking them."
me going from table to table,
Like, taking
getting
just
all of
one, you
them.
know, and
He's
he
like,
was like,
"I got
"Take
all of
all
these."
of these," and we were like, "Oh, this is awesome," and so we sprinkled them all in this one patch, and, not gonna lie, like, it was really underwhelming when it was, like, time for them to grow because I'm pretty sure the birds did what they wanted to do with them, but then this year, it 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 definitely seems like the birds did what they wanted, but it kinda spread out to the
Yeah, like,
pasture, so now there's just, like, random
the ones that got
yeah,
established were able to be more established and
exactly, and
kind of
so
spread themselves a
we
little
have
bit.
a diversity going on in the pasture, but I
I
want that to keep
We have
going.
2 milkweed in our front. Like, I am so jealous because where we live is jam-packed with
Mhm.
freaking milkweed. Everyone and their mother has milkweed in their lawn except us.
I
I
think it's
don't know what
because
the
the sun is
hell,
just, like, on it.
but now we do.
Yep, we do. So yeah, those are the three sections that we kinda think of. So I'm gonna go, like, through them one by one
Okay.
now. So in our garden beds, we need a full surface coverage that every year will help us build our beds up and provide nutrients and help promote worm migration.
Mm,
Um, I think we've already been doing a pretty good job with this with just what we've had available. I'm excited for this year now that we've established a lot of beds. We are going to actually purchase seeds to do cover crops, and I think that will be really cool. In the front pasture and more of our yard, I would like to start getting a good rotation of seasonal crops. That's going to help regenerate the soil out there because we started covering it, but I think the soil underneath could still be a lot better because one
yeah.
day we do want it to be at least a partial orchard, and we'll have to work kind of towards getting that soil. And so, like, that's where like cool things will come in, um, like the cow peas and just random stuff. That but I want to do like a whole mix out there to see kind of what happens, especially closer to our pasture is at the front. Our driveway is very long. It's like I don't know, at least 100 feet. Like it's a pretty long driveway. Pasture is like the first like front acre of our property, and there's a tree line, so you can't really see our house. and like there's an opening just for the driveway, like really nothing else. So anyway, our driveway is really long. It does a horrible job with rainwater, and especially over the winter time too. And so I think if we even plan just to have some up our driveway, like at the edge of the driveway on either side, it would really help our cause in the wintertime because it would have more to kind of soak in. And then also in the spring, it would be there too.
Yeah.
Because my truck does fine, but Anna drives a freaking low car, and so does my brother. So, I can only imagine the every day. And Anna's exhaust is definitely feeling it, this we know. And so Anna and I both feel the same way about residential grass. It's gross.
Ew.
But it is better than dirt. And so when we moved into our house, like the first thing we knew was we didn't want it all to be grass. We were grateful for the grass that was there, but it was very dusty.
Yeah.
And that's why we started heavy on the white and red clover. For the last 3 years, it has helped, but we still do have a lot of work to do. But honestly, after this year, it's looking way different from just last year. Like
Yeah.
the rain being consistent this year, we should all be grateful for, because it has helped. Whether we recognize it or not, like I do. It's been challenging because of the heat on the other days, but it's definitely helping for sure. So, like I said earlier, obviously our garden beds and our pasture are where we want to mainly focus probably in the next year because the lawn is the lawn. It's a space for Stevie to run around, but at least it's not, you know, helping us kill the planet at this point. We're helping it out the opposite way
Yeah.
with that part. And so I think I'm excited to see what we can get done in the garden beds. And then I'm also excited to see what we can do in the pasture because I think the pasture will be a little more challenging.
I do too.
Yeah, it's a lot of space. And until we have a fence, there's like a lot of potential for just like, you know, roaming animals that we don't want roaming.
There's
I
a lot
guess.
of miscommunication with like Christopher because he's the
Yeah.
one who mows. So there
Yeah.
was an incident
So we
where
just
he
have to get a
mowed
plan.
down one of my milkweed.
Oh,
And I was like,
bum,
excuse me, sir. You need
Lesson
to learn your
learned.
plants.
Yeah, lesson learned. We should get an identifier, put it on the wagon.
I'll get him one for Christmas.
Just X. Don't do it. So now that we have somewhat of an idea of what we need from our cover crops, let's take a look at what kind of crops are out there and what are the best options. So legumes and grasses are the most popular types of cover crops, and people are also becoming more interested in brassicas. Wait, let me say that
Ooh.
again.
Hello?
Are also becoming more interested in brassicas as
there
well.
it is.
Legumes are very popular cover crops. Examples of these are soybeans, cowpeas, sun hemp, field peas, crimson clover, red clover, white clover, alfalfa, and hairy vetch.
Okay, so when I think of cover crops, I think of like clover, like low to the ground and like bunchy.
They can get tall too. And like cowpeas and field peas and sun hemp, like they're thick. Hairy vetch is probably, I think, the thickest.
But they get tall too.
Some of them, yeah, but it's like thick, and that's why I feel like that's why the fields look different.
Are these bush peas and
Yeah,
beans? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Some of them grow tall. Like remember at the garlic festival, they were like he had all the different like he had alfalfa, he had sun hemp, and they were all probably like maybe a foot and a half tall.
Is dill considered?
I don't think so.
I had no idea that dill can get like as tall as a person.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
had
insane.
no idea. And then I saw a video and I was like, what in the world? Anyway.
So yeah, they all provide great coverage and also aid in soil regeneration. And so I think really any of those will be good for us. I don't want to grow soybeans, so I'm
No.
indifferent.
Mm.
Yeah, we all know who owns those. So chapter 10 of Building Soils for Better Crops says this about legumes. One of the main reasons for selecting the legumes as cover crops is their ability to fix nitrogen from the atmosphere and add it to the soil. But legumes need to be grown later in the spring, typically until a few weeks after cereals elongate to reach the early flowering stage and achieve near maximum nitrogen fixation. Legumes that produce a substantial amount of growth, such as hairy vetch, crimson clover, red clover, and Australian winter peas, may supply over 100 pounds of nitrogen per acre to the
Whoa.
next crop if allowed to grow to the flowering stage or longer. Other legumes may supply considerably less available nitrogen. Legumes also provide other benefits, including attracting beneficial insects, helping control erosion, and adding organic matter to the soil. So,
Legumes are also incredibly healthy for you.
yeah.
I have a
So,
question.
okay.
When you're planting cover crops, is that the only crop that's gonna be there that year then? Like, if we planted a cover crop in one of our beds, is that just what's growing there that year, and then
You
you cut it
usually,
down and grow something else there the
yeah,
next
you
year?
usually, and like,
Because that's what
so
confuses
some
me.
people,
Because it's in my mind, it's like you're doing the cover crop
Mhm.
in order to grow for that year. It's like 2 in 1, but it's not. It's like one, and then the next year it's the other, right?
So it's like in between the seasons.
See, that's what confuses
So,
me.
like,
Because our growing season is so short.
yeah,
We can't waste time with cover crops.
but technically, well, no, that's where cover crops in New England are beneficial, like from fall on.
Oh, so we would plant them
For
later.
winter crops, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, like, our
Okay.
cover crops really is for overwinter, holding down that space, producing the nitrogen, letting it flower
And then
out.
when would we cut it? In the spring?
Well, so uh, it really depends.
We would,
Some
like, let them
people,
die and
yeah, and then you would like you can like add soil to that, and that way you don't really take it out. Or some people kind of like mulch it up a little bit. But
okay.
I was watching this really cool video of these women on their homestead. The way they build up their beds on their pasture, like I was telling you, is they don't cut anything. They literally just let everything grow up, and then they like go down and flatten it all out, and they like braid it in the way to
Oh, wow.
mounds. And like so that's how they
And then
started
what,
their
they put
beds.
soil on top of that?
Yep, and then
Okay.
every year they then do their cover crops, and, like, a lot of people, they will just plant right on top of their cover crops. It's just every
Oh.
year it keeps going and going and going and going.
So, like, the bushy guys, you're just planting right in the
Mhm,
sticks and stems of their
'cause
carcasses?
they die, yeah.
Okay.
You, like, add soil to it, and it helps.
That's really cool.
Yeah, because tilling it
Don't till your soil, people, I
tilling
swear
it
to God.
will kill the planet faster. So, yeah, like I said earlier, we've already started with the red and white clover. And I think that has been a huge factor in how our soil is becoming healthy now.
Yeah.
I really do think it has helped a lot. Even just like looking outside, like not like it was dusty when we moved in. You would walk across the yard and dust would like be at your feet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it was not good.
We've done a lot for this
Yeah,
land because when we first got here, there was, like, trash in the woods, trash just,
yeah.
like, embedded in the yard. It was terrible.
Yeah, and
We've
we're
done so
yeah, we
much.
have. Yeah, I think the earth around us is definitely a lot happier now that we're
Yeah.
here. Um, and so yeah, for the garden this fall, I want to try the cowpeas, maybe some hairy vetch. Like I just want to see
Is
what
hairy
could.
veg edible?
I don't know. I just know it's thick.
Mm.
And I think it's funny that's called hairy vetch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll help with the soil pH, like maintaining it. I also think it'll just help climate change cause because, like, duh. What was I yelling out at the beginning of all this? And then I want to try in the pasture. I want to do a mixture of stuff. Like I think the wildflowers are always a good idea for like the pollinators and stuff. But
Yeah.
for over the winter, I want to try the cowpeas and maybe alfalfa because, and even clover out there too, because it's not just going to help us. It'll be food
Right.
for at the end of fall and the beginning of winter. Like, it's just something extra
And it
for
will
them to have before it starts
honestly
snowing.
probably deter them from eating out of our garden if they have their
Mhm.
own little kind of
Yeah.
wild garden going on out front.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I've got for y'all.
Heck
I
yeah.
hope I covered your
Yeah,
questions.
you honestly did.
Okay, that's good. There's a lot out there about cover crops, and obviously I could have, maybe gone into more of the scientific part of it, but
Well, this will be a
it's boring.
101.
Yeah, it is a 101.
Maybe we'll do a 201 in the future.
Yeah, after our first go at it, especially for winter crops,
Yeah.
because I think that's where that's really gonna help us. Like I said earlier, we planted garlic over winter time, and Anna thinks it didn't do well, but I think it did just because of the way it's been growing.
Now, I've
I've been
been
watching a lot of
nosy,
videos.
and I dug down in our turnips, and they're like
The
little straggly guys.
turnips are not garlic.
I don't have hope.
We did them completely different, and so I'm excited to see it because I think we could have a better run at things, at growing some stuff over winter time
Yeah.
in our region, especially by doing it that way. That we learned this method at the garlic festival last year, and it was really cool. The guy literally did it right in front of us, so it wasn't like a guessing game.
Mhm.
He had like a little setup to pretend to do it. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, so I'll let you guys know next podcast when I'm right and Anna's wrong about the garlic.
Yeah, we'll see.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys. And before we send you off, let's do a little Farmer's Almanac.
Farmer's Almanac. Today is July 16th.
Hello, July 16th. In 2 days, it's going to be Stevie's birthday.
Conehead Stevie. It's gonna be
6 years old of Conehead Stevie. So cute.
I thought your foot was her. I was like,
Oh, sweet baby.
So,
yeah, you're sweet.
the waxing crescent moon will be at the descending node. Religious leader Mary Baker Eddy was born in 1821.
Who's she?
I have no idea.
Well, happy birthday.
And today is the best day to lay shingles, entertain, and to travel for pleasure.
Well, safe travels for your pleasure, everyone. When you get to where you're going, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube
And TikTok.
TikTok at Two Tools No Clue Podcast. And you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Two Tools No Clue. And if you want to yell back at me, you can email us at twotools.no-clue-podcast@gmail.com.
Send this man an email. He was complaining earlier
Like,
that
yell at me.
nobody's
What's
been
wrong with
fighting
you
with
guys?
him.
Like, no one's afraid to yell at me.
It's like nobody's been fighting with me or saying hello.
This is boring. I'm obsessed with Modern Family, and it just reminds me of when Jay makes a podcast about, like, I don't even know what it was, like food critics or something silly. And one of his arch enemies just ends up trolling his account. And it's just so silly because he's just like, the heck? And his stepson is just like, you could have just turned the comments off. Like, where's the fun in that? But yeah, that's what it reminds me of, I guess. So yeah, yell at me because I'm yelling at you every week about something.
It's only fair.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you guys have been yelling at me. I'm going to be honest. I haven't checked the email.
I have. You haven't been.
Oh, all right. Well,
There's
you guys are off
nobody
the
there.
hook. But seriously, someone yell at me. Can't just be Anna and Stevie. All right. Well, it's been real, everybody. I hope you all have a safe week. Enjoy your last week in July. Can't believe summer's almost over.
I know, right? We're halfway there.
They started putting the back to school stuff out at work
Stop
already.
it.
Shameful. Like, I feel bad for these kids. They come in all hyped up on like summer living. First aisle, crayons, pencils, notebooks.
A
And they're
big
like,
school bus.
and their parents are like, the sales for back to school. And these kids are literally like, what?
I would feel just an internal dread at the first back to school commercial I saw.
Yeah. Every year This is such a sidetrack, but every year when the buses go missing for like 4 months and then they come back, I get so shocked. I'm like, ugh, a school bus.
Yeah, literally.
It's just not in my life anymore, but it like still sets me off. I'm just like, oh my God, school. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your last week. If you're going on vacation, be safe, wear sunscreen.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
2 tools. 2 tools. 2 tools. No!